Alright everyone, how's it going? My name is Edgar. Welcome to Go Fast RC. Today, we're making race car sounds. Alright guys, so today we're going to be working on getting this Nitro Rustler wrapped up. So it is like 90% done, besides, breaking the engine, which we're going to do today, as well as I'm waiting on the correct offset wheels, because I do have these wheels for the track. But unfortunately, these are the rear offset, and these are way too narrow. So I basically bought these wheels for no reason. Before we break in the engine, I kind of want to just go over the truck, so that way you guys can kind of get an idea of what it looks like, what I have on it, and what all we got going on. So, of course, these wheels are not going to be the wheels that I actually use on this truck. I'm going to have a set of small pins on here when it's on the track with dish wheels. The body is a J Concepts body. So this is the part number right there, 0374. It's for a VXL Wrestler, so it did take a little bit of time to actually get it mounted. So here's just a little overview of the truck underneath the body. So you're going to obviously notice the pipe, the 2.5R, upgraded receiver, did some work to the shocks. Got a STRC bulkhead on there, a slash front end with all the aluminum stuff. We also got the aluminum rear arm mounts, a ProTech LAHV, I think it's a 2600 milliamp hour 2-cell for the receiver pack, and then a pair of 160SS's. So yeah, it's kind of a quick breakdown, but yeah, it's all just regular stuff, just kind of put together. Boom. So we're out here getting ready to get this thing started. I got some VP 30%, 9% in this bad girl. I haven't even primed it yet. I still need to get it hot, but that's what we're gonna do right now. Alright, so it's running now. I did have to take this like head cover deal off because this thing had so much pinch. I had to get it like really hot to get it to actually go. And if I would have held the heat gun with this on, it would have melted it. So I just took it off, and I'm just gonna let it idle for about a tank or so. And we're going to see how hot it is. It started to emit some fuel out, so it should be good to go. Alright, so the first tank was successful. That is how much oil dumped out of the pipe. Sorry, Dad. So this engine has a lot of compression. It's got a lot of pinch. I don't know if it's necessarily compression that it's got, or if it's got a lot of pinch, but usually those two correlate with each other. The engine's got a lot of pinch, so I'm going to do one more idle tank through it. It didn't take that long, maybe 10 minutes or so. You can see the fuel going back through the line. That kind of shows you that the engine is expanding. Yeah, like 260. He's got a crap ton of compression, so it should prime pretty easy. throttle response is insane on these servos. Alright, second idle tank is done. This is all the oil that came out of her. So, yeah, she's running real rich. That's what came out of her the first tank. I forgot to grab a piece of cardboard, so we're gonna stick her right here. It's in bottom dead center right now, so all we gotta do is just let it cool off. I'm gonna go find the body for this thing, and then we're actually gonna start driving it a little bit. You guys know the deal. This will basically be what I do for the next probably 20 minutes or so. It's a few days later, and we're back out here in the front yard playing with the Rusty. So yeah, we're starting our very last tank today, and once this last tank is ran through, it's gonna be the full throttle tank for like probably 2 or 3 seconds, maybe 4 seconds, depending on the RPM that it hits. But we're gonna get this thing running, and then hopefully do a little race tune on it and set up one of the jumps in the front yard just to kind of play around a little bit. Quite a bit of smoke. A good bit of smoke, actually. Hey, it doesn't actually jump that bad. This thing's fast for sure. Oh, damn it. Uh-oh. It's lean. You know what? We're gonna let it cool off. I think it got hot. So I'm gonna let this thing cool off. I think it got a little hot with that body on, because that body has no openings in the back. So I'm gonna let it sit here in the shade, cool off for a second, and then we're gonna test it back out, because it is like 90 something degrees outside right now. So it is pretty warm right now, actually. Oh yeah, it was hot for sure. Now it really isn't a good time to be doing this, in all fairness. It is really, really hot outside, and to be running that body was a bad call by me. So this thing was probably 260, 270 degrees. So we'll let it cool off, and it should be okay. On second thought, I'm gonna let this thing cool off totally, and then I'm gonna let it cool off outside as well. It's like 96 degrees right now. Don't mind the hair, I've been at home all day. But yeah, it's like 96 degrees right now. I'm sweating, so I know the car definitely probably isn't gonna like it either. So yeah, I'm just gonna let it cool off. Then I'm gonna let it cool off outside as well. So that way it's more enjoyable for me to be out here and play with the truck. All right, so I got a little bit of bad news. I did some thinkerizing, and I think she's got a bad fuel tank. I went and ran it that following evening after the clip you guys just saw, and it still got hot. And the cherry on top was I also busted a little U-joint, the little white piece that connects to the transmission. I busted that because I didn't replace it, and it was a really old plastic part, and I was jumping it and having fun with it. So that's on me with the little drive shaft, because it was old. I should have just replaced it. But the fuel tank was a bummer. When I first started running it, the thing was running awesome. Throughout the entire tank, it stayed 220 degrees. So yeah, it's kind of a bummer, but rest assured, it is going to get a new fuel tank in it, and we'll try it out once again whenever I do get the fuel tank. I gotta hold off on ordering it right this second, but I'm gonna get a new fuel tank for it in 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, so we're back after a lot of tinkering and hair pulling out and a few swear words, if I'm being honest. I got the truck running to where it's normal, so it did take a little bit of thinking and problem solving to figure it out. But one of the problems that I had was my fuel line. It was way too long. So as the tank drained, the engine was having to basically work harder to suck up more fuel, but it can't work harder because it's an engine. The only way it works harder is if I give it more throttle. So what was happening is as the tank went down, the engine was leaning itself out more dramatically because of the longer fuel line, because the engine doesn't quite have the vacuum to bring up the fuel like how it should. So with the shorter fuel line, it just makes the engine more consistent and the tune more consistent throughout the tank. And then the other thing that I had to do to kind of like finalize it was putting bigger holes in my body. So it's pretty jank right now, but the body's gonna get tore up anyways, and this was basically a science experiment to figure out if this would even work or not with this body. So although the body does kind of look like butt cheeks, it isn't too bad. So I'm just gonna run this. I had to open up the hole in my window quite a bit, because before it was about like right here. So I opened it up about 1 inch, and that lets in a lot more air. And then I opened this up quite a bit back here. I let it cool off after I ran it, so we're gonna go out front. and actually let you guys watch the truck go because it pops the wheelies and it's pretty cool.
The rest of it running. Sounds pretty good. So the biggest thing about this truck is that the tune's staying consistent now, instead of, you know, starting to bog out. Because right about now is when the truck would start to, bog and get really, really hot, like 250 to 270 degrees. Oh, this is really scary. I don't want to run into the fence. But yeah, it runs really good now. The only downside is that it's not very fuel efficient. So after running it a little bit more, I'm noticing a little bit of brake fade. So that's something I'll probably have to address. But other than that, the truck's freaking solid. The servos in it are awesome. Running really good now. The servos in it are awesome. Obviously, I got my race controller on it. The pipe sounds great. So the only other thing that I really need for it is wheels and tires. But I already have those. I just need to glue them up. So that's gonna be it for now. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching the video, and expect a video to be coming out very soon of it actually on the track. Alright guys, see you later.